Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.
Hey, it's Ty.
And it's Cammy.
And welcome back to another YouTube episode with Ty and Cammy.
Yes, honey. Y'all see that we got some guests that y'all never seen before.
Y'all had got stuck up on that little hook for a second. You know, that I don't know what that was about. But yeah, so we got my cousin Yana and her boyfriend Devin. So welcome them onto this show where we might get a little, crazy tonight with a few questions. Mm-hmm. But it will be fun. What I about to say? Y'all, 4th of July coming up. So what y'all got planned for the 4th of July?
What day does it fall on? Ain't it like
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So most people ain't gonna be working this weekend. What y'all got planned?
It is right. I'll have my kid on Friday this weekend, so I'll probably gonna take him to the see fireworks.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, don't they be having something that what's that place? Something Gardens. Callaway Gardens.
Yeah.
Don't they do stuff like for the kids there?
Yeah.
I hope y'all take y'all kids out for the 4th of July, cause I know it might be a little hot, so wait till that sun go down, but make sure they go out. Have a little barbecue or cookout.
Gardens down here?
Do we got botanical gardens?
Is it in Atlanta?
We in the hood, honey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We actually do have a
Damn.
botanical garden.
Disclaimer, we're not in the hood.
It's baby, we is in the straight hood.
Honey, yeah,
Right. We do got a
kinda
botanical garden in Columbus.
I was talking about it's probably only damn 2 miles.
They been dry.
A mile and a half. Baby, you ain't finna see number damn sunflowers. That's it.
Sunflowers and dandelions.
And damn dirt. And a few cows.
No, they do pop out when they got them events, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, no. Miss, you not finna have that. We don't do
I'm gonna turn it off.
Uh-huh, she like to get a little crazy when they get on pie.
Yes. Oh, is y'all ready for the question? Or we still talking?
I'm ready.
Okay, so we finna dive into childhood a little bit.
Okay.
So for the first question, why do parents feel like it wasn't okay to say sorry to us growing up when they hurt our feelings? And have there ever been a time where a parent or a family member said something to you that was hurtful?
I mean, they always say something that's hurtful. When they get black
Why was
folks.
that as us being black? This growing up being black, why would they do that to us?
Cause honey, they just in that moment they mad. And that's probably how they got raised. So I think it's more how they was raised.
They
and
put it off on you.
So why do y'all think it wasn't? They didn't want to apologize to us because we was just kids and they didn't want to validate our feelings. Now since we older and growing up, and we see parents now that's actually learning how to be a better parent. That's not
and apologize to their kids.
Yeah, apologize and validate them. Yeah.
I think it's either a childhood trauma they done went through, or their parents probably didn't apologize to them, or it could just be how you get some parents that be I'm the parent. You can't tell me that my parent is right or wrong, or they child feeling that way.
And they pretty much be I'm the parent, and majority every time you want to speak up for yourself if you want
Oh,
to.
yeah.
I'm the parent. I'm your mama. I'm this.
Yeah.
Of course, we know that, but at the same time, we are kids too. You brought us
growing up.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey. Because when I was a kid, I ain't know how to date. I ain't know what was real love, what was good love. Do y'all feel like y'all had that type of, I guess, what you want to say, picture or example of what's a good love and what's not?
I feel like I did, but I think my mom was more of the just buy you stuff. They'll knock the hell out you. And then baby, they'll be they'll take that phone and knock the hell out you. Then they'll come and they'll be you can get that phone back.
Oh no, honey.
That felt that was okay and that was acceptable. So I don't know. I think everybody parented. That's why I say I think it's based on how they were raised. However that person was raised, that's how they gonna come off and raise their kid. And some people don't break generational curses that when it comes to certain things.
And why do us as, not us as adults, but why do parents not think that generational curses actually exist? Carrying something let's say the pedophiles that be in families and stuff. And it's why don't they address that and stuff like that?
Honey, because they don't, because either
they scared.
Either they image. You never know. Some people be in certain positions in their life where they
some of them think it's not a big deal
online.
Yeah.
And then some of them date because they feel like they love the person so much that they like, I can look past.
They don't want to see them in that type of picture.
But I do think they still be hurt about it. They still be hurt.
Yeah.
It's always gonna play on their mind. They always gonna be hurt about that. But I just think some people, love is a dangerous thing, honey. Love can get you taken out of the world.
Yeah, literally.
I'm talking about that. Love is, child. I don't know who created love, but you can take it back. Sometimes I be feeling like that though, for real. Take that shit right on back.
No, honey. Okay, then. So, where do y'all feel like parents should draw the line with acting like a friend with their kids? And have you ever experienced a situation where an adult was like being too friendly with their kid, like not being a parent?
What you mean, like? What you mean, like
just let them, like, not nothing physical, but you know, like letting them go out, like stay out too late to a certain time or something.
Treating their child like they friends.
Oh, like they. Oh, you saying treat them like they
sex tapes and stuff. Like it's like, why you doing
I
that?
think it should be a boundary with that, honey. I don't think you should be doing that with your kids, especially if you want to raise your kids right. Some people be like, okay, I'm gonna show my kid anyway because they gonna see it on TV or TikTok. Or Facebook
like letting them wear any kind of thing, like booty shorts or something. I remember, I ain't gonna lie.
But it's like, but that's the thing I got. That's what the thing I don't. That's why, like, having kids is not hard, but having kids, like, you will never know the right and wrong way. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's every person, you know, treat their kids differently. And it's like, if you don't give your kids that freedom to do it, they're gonna do it anyway. So it's like, should I be a little more lenient on my kids? Because kids grow up so fast. Before you know it, they 15. Then you know it, they 21, 25. So it's like, I think age-appropriate things should be set in stone, but you do got to let your kids have their own little balance with life,
to
too.
think for themselves.
So y'all being kids, like, when do you think it would be like appropriate age to like date or like have like a boyfriend or something?
What you think, Miss Shana?
I think teenage years.
What
like
year, age,
like
what?
Not preteen, maybe like 16 when you get.
Okay, so high school.
Like high school.
Okay, 16 is that's a valid number.
Yeah. Because some of these kids,
it's the generations though, because things change over time too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I think a lot of parents, like, they want to raise their kid, but you know, you raising your kid in different generations. Like, as your kid grow up, it's gonna be a different generation by the time they get to a certain age. So what they doing in this generation, they might not be doing in the next. Right. And I think society would just overall take over that. You know what I'm saying? Through media, through what they see, what they watch, like, it'll just take over that. So you have no choice but to be like, let me just.
And then there's some people, honey, they got their damn kids wearing long ass skirts. My kid ain't finna be no fast.
And then they be the main ones that done slept with 90 men.
Ooh, no, for real.
Yeah.
They do be sneaky for
A
this
little
damn
Catholic
school
whore.
and shit.
I'm sorry.
It's
A
showing
little Catholic
like there's
whore.
no in and out, just like.
Oh, I was gonna tell you, honey. Y'all didn't play with you growing up, baby. She would wear them scar, baby. She said you would not. One part of her would not be revealed.
No hickey, no nothing.
No,
she did have. Yes, you did have a hickey.
Ooh, I have.
Because you might have to bring that spoon and put it on your neck.
I
Look, girl.
I had to put that spoon on her neck.
You did.
She told me.
I used to put a little makeup right here.
She told us, Ty, what I'ma do? It's right there. They gonna
Girl,
see
don't
it.
get into something and then be scared.
I was
girl.
talking about good.
No, I remember them
trying to get
times.
fingered in the movies. You remember that? No, you know, y'all do remember stuff like that back in the day. If you go to the movies,
I
just to
remember
do
when
stuff
I
like
had
that.
I had wet his pants, honey, and it was wet. I was like, what the fuck is that? I said, yeah, no.
He had a pre-cam a little bit.
Yeah. I said, honey, what the fuck is that?
You was jacking that in the movies.
No, honey, I was just like massaging the tube.
Oh.
I was young, man.
Mama said she made that volcano explode.
No, and I wiped it right on his clothes.
Oh, you know they do not come out till it get washed.
Honey, it probably was dry though too.
Oh, nah, I couldn't let you did that, boo.
Damn, honey. So, since we on that topic, what do y'all think y'all did when y'all was younger at a certain age that you think like wasn't appropriate for that age?
It was not appropriate.
No, like depending.
I don't know, cause you know another thing I want to bring up is, growing up, mothers treat their sons differently from their daughters. So their daughter, they may hold on to a little tighter, be like, oh, you can't do this to this age. But boys, like, it's like you outside, you go, you do that.
Yes, because my aunt, she let her kids have like more freedom, and I think my cousin, he used to like come in anytime, and he used to like be cussing, and then like getting girls pregnant.
He used to be like, oh, you cuss.
Yeah, like, and then my mom, she letting them do, because so my mom, she was talking to her sister, and then they was talking about birth control, and so she was like, she only getting on birth control like just so she won't get pregnant, and like, so she can be fast. And mom was like, if y'all ever ask to get put on birth control, I'm gonna know that y'all active. And I'm like, girl, like, because I guess she was having like, like woman symptoms and stuff, because she wanted to be on birth control to like regulate that. And I'm just like, what was the issue with a kid being on birth control? Do y'all think back then it was to like have a girl like be fast, like so that she won't get pregnant?
What you think, Miss Shana? That's more of your topic.
Why he's trying?
No, I'm just saying that's more
girl.
of your topic.
You're right, but honestly, as a female, yes. But then there can be different.
Or do you feel like that should be or you feel like that should be your daughter right
like,
to be like, okay,
do you
I
think
want to be on
parents
that.
have a say in they child want to be on birth control? Like, honey,
but
it's my body
it
and
do
I know.
cause like a lot of different effects to people's bodies too. So I think you kind of should give them. See, that's why life's so tricky, because it causes so many effects to people's body. And like, what if your child resents you because you put them on birth control, and either it did something to them like weight wise. Birth control can do anything. Throw off your hormonal balances.
It threw me off.
It do so much, and it's like, baby, they growing up, so they gotta deal with that. Like, you don't.
I mean, not with the parent forcing them to be on it, but like if they wanted, if they was like, yes, like I'm pushing 2-1 to be on birth control, and like if it happens,
and then they just
know,
think, I mean, I don't know, because I feel like if your child bringing that to you up front, that's being responsible.
Yeah,
because these females, they just go out there and sleep around. They don't care if they get pregnant or not.
Now your damn daughter burning with damn 3 STDs, honey, and she hiding from your ass.
And now she pregnant. Now I hid it for damn 6 months.
What the heck?
Not clock that tea. You better clock that tea.
Do you truly feel like you had to forgive all to move on? Like, to really, like, accept your blessings in life? Do you really feel like you got to forgive people?
You have to.
Yeah.
You got to. Even though they probably did something wrong to you, you got to forgive everybody. Because you will want the universe
even yourself too.
Yeah, because you gonna do stuff in your life that's gonna be fucked up too. Like we all human, we all make mistakes, and we having a temporary experience, so we all gonna do things. So if you want people to, and you gonna want somebody to, you gonna want somebody to forgive you too if you do something to them wrong.
That is true.
That you feel like, people make mistakes, so you might not even know based on scenarios. Not some stuff. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to just like move on and be like, we can't cross paths on none of that. Like,
but you're gonna have to forget them for yourself, because if you don't forget them for yourself, it'll always play on your mind.
That is true.
It'll eat you up more than it eat them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't fully let it go.
Yeah, you gotta let that go.
Well, yeah, if it do come across,
because that's a part of shadow work and healing.
Oof, yeah,
and becoming your better self.
Get all that, they get that shit.
Yeah. What you about to say?
I said because honestly, if you don't forgive folks, you are like low vibration. Yeah, and you can't really elevate when you are burdened down. I can't explain it, but like if you burden down with all this stuff, because for like hatred years, I used to hate this person, and I couldn't like move on without fully forgiving that person. And then after that, I felt better.
As you was like, okay,
I was like, you know what? I forgive you, because you got to realize that person made a mistake, and that person also was a victim in their own experience. So
yeah,
you got, and after that, sky was the limit.
Yeah, it is like that. You got to, because you'll let that person. Because I feel like you'll let that person take control of your whole life.
Yeah,
because you feel that type of way about them.
And you put that in your relationships.
Yeah, and you drag that on
really
everywhere.
damn show.
Yeah, you gotta
forget that. Now you being damn childish and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all.
Oh, this is heavy.
What's heavy, honey? What's heavy?
Well, do y'all want to be a little messy and tell What's something that you had like that you really didn't want to forgive somebody for, but you had to? Y'all share since y'all being a little too quiet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Or something maybe you did to somebody.
What I had to forgive is when my husband had a baby on me. And I really didn't want to.
Did you stay?
No, I'm divorced.
Oh, maybe she said she was
happily divorced.
I'm happily divorced.
Oh, baby. Not happily divorced. But yeah, I don't know. So how you feel? How did that make you feel? Like, you know, how did you find out?
Now we need a story time.
Okay, how I found out is, okay, before I got in a relationship, right? I went down there and I saw like a little hospital sticker that's saying labor and delivery. Ooh. And then I saw like a baby on his phone and I was like, who is this? And then he was like, oh, this is my godchild. And I'm like, godchild?
Yeah.
Because mind you, he had the baby.
And they weren't staying together.
And we wasn't staying together.
Yeah.
And long story short, you know, after he done found out that the baby is technically his because he went to get a DNA test and he came clean. It was like, yeah, this is my child. And so after that, I went to the courts and I filed for that.
She said, baby, you will not have a child on me, honey.
Ooh,
She said that has hit below the belt.
Doesn't it call that a child out of wedlock? Or is that something else?
That's
because it wasn't my child.
Oh. Yeah, and she was married, and Miss Yonder, she goes by that Bible.
I go to that.
She go by that Bible, honey. She don't play.
That part.
So, she don't play.
So would you call yourself a Christian?
Yes, I would.
Do you feel like since you like within that religion, is there certain things that is hard for you that you don't want to abide by, or like do you just go?
Or do you feel like your perspectives, or do you feel like certain things you question and be like, maybe I need to look into.
Maybe
this
I could taunt on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Something that God said don't do, but then it's hard for me. Oh, I'm gonna get into it. Everybody do these. Have sex before marriage. That's hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I've been married before, and I kind of don't want to be quick to do that.
Yeah.
Until
I don't know if it's good though. Like, honey,
exactly.
Right. So if you in a scenario, you know, y'all done build a connection.
Yeah.
Probably got a fiance, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And if it's not good, you're not happy. Like, would you just get divorced? Like, what
That's why I don't. That's why certain stuff like that make me wonder. Like, how can you say like not have sex before marriage? How you know if you gonna want that Peter whacking for the rest of your life?
Right.
Is that gonna be enough for you? He
now
said,
you got to
now they gonna be starting to say, don't go for the field and the size.
Oh, bye.
They gonna say, don't go for the field and the size.
No.
I was talking about I need that hook to wrap around and hit.
Yeah, right.
Y'all, you laughing too much.
Yes, you could be shit for real.
I was talking about for real, honey. You finna be having an affair every damn week. Cause that is not hitting, honey. Nah, I don't know.
No.
Sorry. See, that's why. But back to that. That's why I do be feeling like some stuff that I read in the Bible is kind of like hypocritical. Cause like that, for instance, it's like, okay, how you expect me to do that?
Honey, they said the white man then tittle and tattle with that, honey.
So
what do you feel like that too? Like they tittle and tattle with the Bible?
Because there's a lot of
not tittle and tattle, honey. That old ass word.
I don't know what to say.
So what's up, tittle and tattle?
Honey,
tittle and tattle is her.
Because I do think of it as like a telephone game. Like if I tell you something and you tell me something, somebody at the end gonna hear a different translation.
You're right.
So you know what I'm saying? So when I do read my Bible, I'd be like, wait a minute, this don't make sense. So wait a minute, this, you know, that's when I ask for what it is, clarification. And I don't always just
you can do a test, friend. It's okay to have sex.
Nah,
she like what God said in my head. God said in my head.
You can't test run on this YouTube
I'm just kidding.
She done tried to get up and try to dig into something now.
Oh, she would
have cropped them legs so quick.
Look, girl.
No,
she trying to get poked tonight, honey.
She
I'm mad.
would get some of that birthday. Some of that birthday loving. Some of that birthday loving.
Do you think people who overshare online are sometimes crying out for help, or is that just how they act?
Crying out for help.
Both.
Yeah, I do feel like that sometimes, like with that girl E. Kane.
Yeah, crying out for help. And then they could be doing,
Yeah.
but then now this generation we stay in now, a lot of people be doing that for clout.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people do not be having nothing that stuff going on. They just be posting
yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, this will get me some views. This will get me some likes.
So, man,
That
Which
is
is
weird.
crazy.
It's like even if you getting paid, it's just like why?
why fake it?
Do y'all feel like people that do that like for money, and then even if they like being messy and like, do they not like have a good soul? And like it's just like they just like care about themselves. Because I feel like
That is kind of selfish.
It is.
Yeah, that's
It
weird.
is. Yeah, and then you gonna have all these people on here really concerned about you and stuff. Cause you know you be building families with them people's on those people online, so it's like,
I don't care
why
about
would you be
y'all.
lying?
And it's like, what the hell?
yeah, now you ain't got no more followers.
No, honey, them do be the ones that be strung out in the end and stuff. Sadly,
Yeah, cause hey, you done lived a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, you done lived a lie. You done probably came in here and told these people, oh, my husband did this to me. Or my husband did that. And honey, half of the time you just trying to tell a story just to get some clout. I do. Do y'all be feeling like some people online do that?
Yeah.
Like, especially on TikTok, where they be telling them
like when
stories.
it sound like real elaborate, I'm like, is this like real or
y'all faking
you know?
Yeah, or do you think they
Yeah.
just exaggerate the story to make it sound better to get the views? Because it could be an actual story.
Yeah.
Or something, but they just add some more details.
That's like when I was telling my story about
movie.
what I had did, and I would have been like, yeah, like I didn't wreck this car. They did this, like, bitch, that would have sounded believable.
Yeah, and they would have really got
Damn.
into that even more. Yeah, that's a lot. People would go to some levels, honey, for that fame.
I feel like maybe like a little white lie that would be like a little funny. I don't know. It's too like a certain
I can
extent.
see, no, but I'm saying, but it's the sincerity behind it. So if you get online crying or it's a whole serious situation and you adding all that, that's different. But if a bitch just get on there and get to yelling or screaming, saying some crazy shit, it's like, oh shit, that was funny. So that's different. Because you just doing it for entertainment and fun versus you talking about a real life situation that somebody else may be going through, and you got people that's actually commenting on it that's going through that, and you over there.
Honey, you know the damn internet, they find any goddamn thing. So why if you want to?
Yeah, they'll dig into that because you got people that dig into your whole life. They don't got nothing else to do. They barely want to work a job. But they will, child.
Damn. So if y'all was like internet famous, how would y'all feel about like people digging into like y'all life, like how they be doing people on reality TV shows and like showing people kids?
I have to have a balance.
I wouldn't I would still kind of be myself, but I wouldn't really I don't really like to go outside as much, so I wouldn't even care too much about it.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that would kind of get to me like
but
a
you
little
still,
bit.
but you, it don't matter if you go outside or not, because these people still gonna dig into your life. So it's like,
yo, baby pictures, they finna find your shit from there.
I think,
of course they gonna find that shit. Everybody
think
pictures on the internet, they gonna find it regardless.
But I think like people, when they get to those levels in their life, I don't know.
I feel like that's weird. Like, why is you going and looking at somebody's baby picture, then posting on TikTok? Yeah, here's some. Like, would you like what makes people get to that damn extent though?
Because they trying to get that fame. They showing you something of somebody that's trending, that's viral.
Do you feel like sometimes that's like an obsession or?
Nah, I wouldn't say obsession. I mean, some of them people do. Some of them people do, but and then likes and views. I think it's more for likes and views, not really an obsession.
They might like them, but they might not have to.
Nah, obsession is looking up every damn thing about their life, like
no,
what they say.
Like if they got a page or a link just dedicated to that person, that's
going a little too far. Yeah,
like you got a whole fan page.
Yo,
you got too much time.
I feel like that's too much investment. Like how like the shade room, like how they be looking at people following, like like they unfollow this person. I'm like, honey, why is y'all like keeping track of who the fuck unfollow who, honey?
Because
like,
it's drama,
that?
but you gotta think about it. That's what people want. People want that drama.
Shit.
Like Natalie Nunn, she done unfollow Anna online. And baby, you go viral. People be in there. Oh yeah, girl, I saw Anna done did this in the club and they done jumped her. Like, people invest time into that. Some people just like drama.
That's what it's called. The shade room.
Yeah.
And people like
y'all
that
souls. I cannot be y'all damn friends.
Yeah, that's
not
too
at
much.
all.
That is a little crazy.
Ooh,
How you feel about that?
I just feel like you need to stay out my life.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Yana could never be famous.
I can't be famous.
She love a personal life, honey.
That
she
part.
probably
Private life.
I feel like
Private,
there's a
She
part
finna
of
hook out
y'all
now.
that I'll let you know, but there's need to be a piece of me that y'all don't need to know.
That's that boundary.
That's a boundary.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with a little boundary, honey.
That part.
Everybody, do y'all think? I don't know if I brought this up in the last podcast. So, what y'all think about boundaries? Do you think like a lot of us always holler about boundaries, but sometimes we don't like? How I'm trying to say it.
Don't really know what a boundary is.
Yes, a boundary. We don't really know what it is. Or
What you mean?
I have a problem with boundaries. I don't know how to enforce it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't know what to exactly say. Like, what do I supposed to say?
So, are you caring about the other people's feelings besides?
That's my problem. Because if I be like, okay, for an example, if I just say, if I have a party and then I'm ready to go to bed, or it's time for everybody to leave, I don't know how to say, okay, it's time for y'all to go. I'm going to be like, because I would think about how that would make them feel. And how that, I always think about people's feelings. That's why he works on me all the time. He'll text me like, all right, babe, it's time for them to go. And then I'll be like,
I used to know how that feel when I was like younger.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
like,
still learning.
So where do you think that come from, though?
Parents not doing that, honey. That's why I be saying, like, in the black community, I don't know why it's like it's like they tell you not, like to let people touch your private parts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like when it comes to boundaries, it's like, okay, don't let nobody bully you, don't let nobody punk you.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like real boundaries, like, okay, don't let nobody, do this and that. It's like they don't do that.
They
so
don't really
you just
teach
gotta
you
learn.
that. So you gotta learn as you go through
and
life.
then
because a lot of times our parents say certain things and then don't follow through with it.
And,
So you don't know how to
it does disrespect your boundaries
It
too.
disrespect.
Like, give me that phone.
Yes, give me that. You don't pay no bill. Like, bitch, it's you.
Yeah, that's
me,
it.
boo.
I mean, I do get
It's
that.
from,
Yeah,
it's fine.
I do get that. You don't got no privacy in this house. Remember, they always say that.
They used to say that all the time.
Yeah, they used to say you ain't got no privacy in this house. Yeah, that is your boundary. But I don't know. I guess they just feel like they're the parent and they always right. I'm right. You're wrong.
But you ain't supposed to provoke your children.
Yeah, sometimes
just like how they say, obey your parents and your days go longer. But they also skip the part that your parents ain't supposed to provoke the children.
Oh, they will provoke though. When they provoke, I'm gonna have to tap their head a little bit.
Oh, mama, you did that in the past and you got whoops.
That part.
For real. No, I ain't finna try to do that, honey. I might not make it.
Since we on boundaries, since y'all know each other and he only know me, like, what do y'all want to speak on a boundary that you think one another still need to work on?
Yes. Okay.
I'll get into it.
She said I'll get
into it.
We're gonna get a little nasty.
Y'all can go first for each other and then y'all can go.
He said, let's go miss for miss.
Not
miss.
Okay, growing up, Ty Marcus never gave me my space.
You
he
didn't
always
need no space.
just ran in the room.
You don't need no space.
And I'm a female. And I be changing and he don't care. That's a boundary I had to set with him. And to this day, he still do it.
Because I was gay.
He just run in the bathroom. Like,
I didn't want nothing of what you got. So
oh my God.
See, he still got to work on it.
No, she needs to work on that. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. But no, I do feel like, but I feel like that's just because we was really close. So it's like, okay.
We had no choice. We was staying together.
Yeah.
So we became a sister and brother.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
then,
do you think that, but I think that's like a different boundary though. So, cause it's like, it's with your, it's like your, damn near like your siblings. So it's like,
especially y'all like really close. I see y'all was like a little dish, like, bitch, like, I don't fuck with you like that.
So that's why I think, boundaries is based upon like situations too. Cause like it might be one
like,
situation where you like,
that.
or something like that. Okay, so what boundary you think Devin needs to work on?
Yeah, please tell me.
Stop popping up at my house.
Oh.
You don't like me surprising
Without calling me.
Like even if it was like some sexy stuff, like you still want that.
Right.
Like if
y'all don't like
nearby, baby, I'm at your door now. I'm finna come drop some.
Because it's just like sometimes if I want to be by myself and then you come through the door and I'm just like, what if my vibration is low and I don't want to be around nobody?
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, that's where communication comes in.
But I can't communicate if you don't call me.
Before you just pop up.
Before you pop up at my house.
Yeah, y'all.
I mean, you tell me, hey, today I just want to be by myself. Okay. Simple. I'll let you be at home. Hell, you be alright.
Okay.
All right, she said we're gonna put that to the test.
Right.
It's simple.
Because y'all do not play about nobody just popping up at our house.
Damn.
What the boundary I got with you is that you need to work on is. Yana wants me here 24/7 every day.
But
how that work?
How that work, baby?
What?
If you're not here, girl, you telling him to come over? Like,
Right.
You
So
want him to come over. So you want him to come over on your time?
On my turn.
Oh, see, that ain't good. That ain't good. That's toxicity.
Right. Because
so if you want him here 24/7, ain't no point of having
the
boundary of him just popping
There's
up.
certain days. What if there's certain days? What if I just have the girls over? And they just want just girls.
Oh, okay. And then y'all just want to talk and
discuss. And then Devin just pops up.
You got to communicate with them.
And I communicate. I be like, okay, the girls are finna come over. And then you be like,
I
alright.
don't be here. I came here with
he said be here with you and the girls.
Right. Yes, they will sit here with us.
So Yana can't express what she want to say.
Right.
So yep, that is but that is a boundary because maybe she want to talk about to her friends about something.
And I did, and he was
when
here.
I came to the door, I said I ain't even finna be here long. And I didn't say that. I said I wasn't finna be here long. And she told me to stay.
Oh. So why you say that?
Did you just say that because you didn't want to be mean?
I didn't want to be mean.
My point.
There you go, girl.
You know
you had that.
Cancer.
Now you got that feeling face on your chest like damn, like I did want a little time to myself, but okay. Like,
it is what it is.
That's your boundary, girl.
That is my boundary. I gotta learn how to stand on it.
Yeah, stand on that. Okay.
That's your resolutions, girl. That's not something for next year. That needs to start today.
Yeah, like standing on. You need them boundaries, honey. If you don't have that. They say when you have boundaries, you have nothing.
Right.
When you don't have boundaries.
When you don't have boundaries, you have nothing. Because you just let anybody run over you. Like it could be the smallest thing, and it start leading to more and more. Because you opening up that space to just accept anything at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah. Small boundaries do count too, though.
Yeah, they know.
A boundary is a boundary. Shit ain't nothing small. Ain't nothing big. Like shit, you feel this way, whatever.
But the time that when I do be here and when she's not here, or when she is here, she always says to clean house.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Room clean, bathroom clean.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you rub a little oil on mama's toes.
Yeah, right.
And suck that off.
Right.
I told you to try that little fruit roll up trick. She ain't tried that one yet, honey. You need to get into a little fruit roll up.
Ooh, boy. He would be sucked for days. that last a minute.
She would have put that damn dick in rotation.
A swivel.
Lord have mercy.
Honey.
Hey, why is he getting demonstration? Okay, mama. What do you think is a boundary that you think I still need to work on?
Oh yeah! Oh no! I got that. I had to think for a second. I would say being too nice.
To who?
or I wouldn't say being. I don't know how to explain. Like maybe over explaining to people, or maybe. Like I would say over explaining to people.
Yeah.
Because like even like you be in a situation with somebody, I'd be like, friend, I don't know. And then you'll be like, yeah, but I still want them to be. I understand that you want to communicate and get them to hear your side, but at the same time, it's like,
don't do too much.
Just don't give them that, because it's just like, because then you open up that vulnerability for people to feel like they can just oh, okay, well, I know what to do to get her, like, to feel vulnerable, or to bring this out of her. So people are test little stuff like that. They just
no, and then I will bite back.
Yeah, you will. If you don't get them
take a minute, but I will bite.
If you don't get them that in the beginning, baby, they won't even do that from the beginning or the end. They'll be like, yeah, I already know how she is, and I ain't even play that game.
They got you just like that.
Okay, you okay.
Oh, now they gone, and now you have no access.
Okay.
Let me think, mama. What's something you still need to work on? I would say expressing how you feel. Cause sometimes like, when you be having like a mad face, you be like, I'm okay. And then be like the next day, you be like, yeah, I really was feeling something. I mean, it's like eventually you end up saying something. It's like, I'd rather you say it in the moment.
Yeah, but see, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
person that in that moment, honey, I'm already at 10. So I don't want to say something in that moment, cause I know how I can go from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
So when people like me and also being a Scorpio, I know how I am, and we tend to go from 0 to 100. And then I don't want to say nothing.
Try to like calm down.
Yeah, I don't want to say nothing to somebody that I really didn't mean to say, and it just came out because I was mad in that moment, and it might not even be true about you, but you probably took that to heart.
Yeah.
So that's why I just be like, okay, I'm okay. And then, like, I try to let that cool off and be like, we'll revisit that again. Honey.
Yeah.
Because, honey, I just learned from my old self. Like, me just, they know how, she know how I was. Like, baby, you say something to me, I'm on that. Like, bitch, what was that? What you said? Like, you want to fight? How you want to do that? Like, that was me. So now I'm trying to be more reserved. Like, okay, you pissed me off, bitch. I'm going to think about that.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then get myself trying to cool off.
I'm like, bitch, like, what is it that made you mad? Then it's the next day, yeah, so they looked at me up and down. I'm like, bitch, I didn't even damn see it. Like, now I'm on alert looking around like, what that made you mad?
Child, yeah, sometimes, unless it's like an in-the-moment situation where something got to be handled right then, I'm just like, nah, let me let that cool off, boo, because I know how I get. And I don't want to be saying nothing to no damn body crazy.
Wait to the wrong person either.
Yeah, because it's just, ooh. Yeah, that ain't good.
People do be crazy nowadays, son. They pull out damn guns.
Yes, literally. And I don't got time.
Do y'all feel like there's a difference between saying I love you and love you?
No.
No?
Like, even if it's like, if y'all in a heated situation, like, okay, love you, and it's like, they just continue it on, like, y'all don't think that would, like, trigger you?
It depends on the situation.
Don't say no damn no, and then that was yes.
Yeah, I had to think for a second.
No, I think it's a difference.
I wouldn't say it's really a big difference. It ain't no difference that, like, I wouldn't say, it depends,
do you feel like it's a difference if you feel like it's like the energy starts shifting? Like, if it's like, okay, like, I love you, friend, and I love you. All right, love you. Yeah, I love you. And it's, I'm not saying, you like, damn, bitch, like, do I do something?
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah.
But it's the energy, though, that's behind it. Because, some people can be like, love you, like, and it'll give you that tone that'll be like, okay, that person really do genuinely care. But that's just like, if Yana be like, I love you, and then I be like, love you, girl. Like, bitch, you see the tone in there?
She finna go to bed and she's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, right, literally. It's the tone behind it.
Yeah.
Because I used to feel that way when men say, well, even now, sometimes, well, probably like a year ago, he started saying love you instead of I love you. But I would never, like, bring it up because I'm like, maybe it ain't no big deal. But I think it's just more the meaning. Because he said more, and I'm like, oh, okay, it feel more genuine than just being like, love you. Yeah. And they try to hang up and hurry up and get off the phone or something. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
Then I know we got an issue.
You're right. Damn, it really do. It's so crazy,
that's
like, how tone and stuff, it just sets the mood with certain things. Just like...
Because it's the energy.
Yeah.
The way you bring... That's just like how we sing and talking now. And we in the energy. But, like, say, for instance, something go bad with me and I get in the bad energy, y'all gonna start feeling that. And then, I'm gonna be talking a certain type of way, and I'm
it's a little awkward in here now.
Yeah, right. It's just everything is the energy based on like how you feel.
That's what she like. Yeah, you gonna get my house with that energy, boo.
Yeah, she know I bring that sage in.
Have you?
Yeah. No. She do not like sage.
No. Oh Lord!
I already saged the house though. I saged your house that one time over here.
Why?
Because it needed to be saged. No, I just always say I like saging people. How you need to get sage. It's really not witchcraft.
She make it like
she thinks sage is witchcraft.
Yes.
Smoke. Like, what's the difference between the incense?
Right.
That is true. Yeah. But I was told by church, like, because my mom used to sage the house.
Yeah, right.
They got that in the front of the church, like, delivering me, like, you need to get them spirits off you. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do sage no more.
Her church told her that.
My church literally took me to the front and literally was like rebuking all them spirits and all of that type of stuff.
No, honey, I think when they do that, they try to keep the energy trapped in your home and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that.
I don't know. They're just like people praying over you. How you know what intention they got?
Ooh, that is true.
Nah, that's a good one.
That's another. That's why That's why I don't really. That's why like learning about being like a Baptist. It was so many questions because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna come to church and listen to you give a message that may not even be for me at that time, like I could be at home studying or talking to God myself and figuring out what message I really need.
Yeah.
And then why would I be letting you, somebody that's seeing just like me, be telling me how to live my life? Well, you don't know nothing about my life.
Damn.
You don't know nothing about my past. You can't tell me nothing. Like it's crazy when I could just talk to God myself, be like, God, what do I need to work on? Right. What need to change in me? And He just showed me by Himself. That's why I don't know. I feel like a lot of pastors be hypocrites.
I feel like I wouldn't be the type to go to church all the time, but like that one time we did go, and
she hit.
Yeah, no, honey, we was looking, we pieced on stuff together.
But she's not Baptist or religious. She a spiritualist.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. That lady a spiritualist.
Yeah, that is different.
So how you feel being a preacher kid? Do you feel like preachers are hypocrites?
Oh, he said he don't give a fuck. Yes. They are hypocritical.
They are.
Y'all sin just like us. Y'all do shit just like us. So how are you? They gonna go out and fuck somebody's wife and then come to church and tell me about my life. After you done went out of sin.
It's definitely the sin.
That is true. That's true.
Yeah, like that's why that's why I feel like. And then like another thing, that picking up that money that in that collection plate. Child, life is already hard.
They trying to pay that bill.
That's why they got so mad with the damn penny.
No, y'all finna laugh. Y'all, you remember that time we went to that church and that lady kept begging. They passed that plate around forever. And they kept begging for that damn money.
What the? Nah, they was trying to pay their own bill, honey.
But
nah,
and
ain't
we
no
couldn't
damn
put
way.
no more than 20. The minimum was $20.
Whoa,
we could not put no more than
$20. Baby, Yada, what that lady was saying when we was at church, what she kept saying? She said, baby, she said.
What? That's ghetto.
She said, God gonna bless you if you bless
God gonna bless you if you bless me.
I was laughing in that church.
They passed that plate around 5 times.
They said, we gonna pass it again.
It must have been hella people in there too, and that's why they want $20.
They were like,
y'all said, baby, I ain't got my shit.
That is crazy, bro.
Oh my god.
That is crazy. Nah, they was trying to make like Sue Bands.
I ain't got my check yet, baby.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Girl, what?
So, like,
girl,
like laughing at that now, do you feel like, okay, I get, I'm not knocking people. I'm not going to say every person that go to a church or preach or do that. I don't feel like all of those people are bad people. But for the most part, do you think God really asking us for money?
No. I don't think, because God is supposed to have, God have riches. God has all these things. He didn't ask anybody for anything.
So why do you think they came up with this collection plate on their own? Like somebody just started saying, Lord, we're gonna start paying these bills.
He did say in the part, now y'all can correct me because I'm still learning. But he did say, put your tithes in the storehouse so it will be some, what I'm saying, to help the building stay open.
But he ain't saying about no. I don't think it had building.
Yeah, because that's where they had. During those biblical times,
but I don't
have a building.
No, I'm not saying the word building. I don't think was said. I just I think it just said something about bring your tithes to the storehouse, and I would give to you. Yeah. But do you think the interpretation of that was taken wrong?
Yes, a lot.
Because I feel like that interpretation was more of give to me, spend time with me, and I give to you.
Right.
I don't think it was I want 10%. Money. and
Where
then
does
I
that
will
come
bless
from?
you. Cause then,
Yeah.
then if God doing that, then why is it a God if we have to pay you money?
Do y'all feel
why
like?
we paying you money?
Do y'all feel like even with that being said, like how homeless people, and it's like if you do give money, that you do give something back? Like was they trying to teach y'all that to get to less?
So that's what I'm saying. It's a different interpretation. Cause when you give to people, you do get back in return.
The church,
Yeah, you do give.
Yeah, you get it tenfold in return. I think people just interpreted the Bible or ways they wanted to, and somebody came up with one interpretation, like basically like, okay, you see how Beyonce is a star, and she came up with it. It might be a certain phrase she say or something, and it trends out and everybody do it. I think that's more what happened at church. Somebody interpreted it a certain way, and then everybody just rolled with it, and it went on for centuries and centuries and centuries.
Gotcha.
And then now everybody's like, okay, this is what it's supposed to be.
Do y'all also feel like they try to get money because it's like church is like a free open place, and they want, since y'all trying to get the word, like they want y'all to give y'all money to be able to attend, like with paying to come, or like how do y'all feel about that?
Cause they do be having the membership fees.
For real?
Some churches.
For what?
Yeah, don't they be having the membership fees? Don't lie, girl.
I am on the road, but
I told you some churches do membership fees, real.
I have to pay my membership.
Honey, I must have been at a church scene for a long time. I never heard of that.
Yeah, some churches do membership fees.
What is that towards? Just to attend?
It's towards the building. And it's towards a building fund. It's just like the church finances. So you pay whatever your
But I didn't
I
ask y'all to build this though.
Huh?
I didn't ask y'all to build this. Because if you want to be my pastor, baby, you can do it from your back porch or something.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to have a membership.
You can post that shit on YouTube.
Well,
get paid for your
go
views.
live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So a lot of people is starting to do like virtual services though.
That's what my dad does there.
Oh yeah, I think that's better than making somebody come in and then you just never know. And that's another thing. Like when I used to go to church all the time, like say for instance, me and Yana used to be up there singing, and then everybody started crying.
Yeah.
But not everybody feeling the same emotion.
Yeah.
And I never was sad when I came here. So why all of a sudden I get to church and I'm sad now?
Because I took it as me just reflecting of my past.
But what if you never been through that though? What have you never been through that? Because we were young.
Maybe like empathy, like for
like
how other people feel.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like that's too depressing. And then
like all them energies
and then them
stuff.
hymnals and stuff, honey, that is old slavery work. I do not want to be singing that.
Wait, what?
Walk with me, Lord.
Maybe they trying to conjure up the old souls in us.
With me.
Do y'all feel like that's like true?
Conjuring up a spirit.
Like our old selves, like our ancestors, stuff like
maybe they
reborn and
but
stuff.
But see, that's another thing people don't understand. Christianity and spirituality go hand in hand. Like every religion goes hand in hand with spirituality. The only difference is that y'all dedicating yourself to extra stuff. Like you basically, what word I'm trying to use? You put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking really outside the box. You just thinking only on the perspective of what your preacher told you. Oh, you better not go out and do this because you're going to go to hell and God comes. Baby, why is you in church telling me I'm going to go to hell?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff like that. I
never
never
live your
really
life and
understood.
stuff and to do certain things, and sometimes you gotta learn like consequences from your actions, and just like I can't do that. You never know what the outcome could be if you was to do it. So yeah.
I think this day and age we just got to be a little more open minded and wise when it comes to a lot of stuff, because you can't just go by what nobody tell you.
That is true.
You can sit up there and somebody can tell you, oh, this the way. And how the hell you gonna tell me when I get older what I need to believe in and how to believe in it?
I have a question. So y'all know how our parents tell us not to do certain things, and like sometimes you do it just to see the experience. It's like, what's the difference between like your pastor telling you not to do something and you like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Like, are you scared to like have karma or something, or you don't want your life to go bad? Like, what's the difference?
Or you feel like your pastor just everything he tell you is
right.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the fear in God they put in us.
But why would God want you to fear him though?
That's a good question.
Why would God want you to fear? If He loved you and He created you, why would He want you to fear Him?
Damn.
Like, if I do this to you, you gonna go to hell, you gonna burn in eternity. Why would you do that to me if you created me?
You just gonna reap the
God
consequences.
He don't destroy His creations.
Mm.
Why would He create you? Why would He create you just to destroy you?
He have destroyed a creation before.
What, the earth?
He have, when it was during the.
That's because people was doing all this crazy ass shit.
I've been in.
Yeah, I would have damn destroyed it too.
Yeah, because it was like there was so much evil in this world. There was so much all this negativity, a lot of sin.
Okay, I understand that.
So He did destroy the creation because He was like, "What have I done?" You know what I'm saying? And so then it was like in the book of Noah. Noah's the reason why we're still here, because he had hold in some type of creation so it can recreate itself.
Yeah, the world have been created how many more times?
For real.
I mean, as far as what
that's where I don't believe. You got to think on a broader level than just what somebody tell you. Like, somebody tells you God created the heavens and earth. I think that is true.
That is true.
But at the same time, He keep creating it over and over and over and over and over again.
No, I haven't created it yet.
Yeah, the world ends and come back again.
So you say it recreates
it
itself?
Has to be different time periods.
The world recreates itself, like it evolves. It can't stay the same forever.
No, it's not gonna stay the same.
Yeah, so I mean, I just be having a lot of questions. I don't know. I don't be getting it, honey.
Yeah.
I don't know how they. I don't know how they expect me to just like go along with that.
Yeah.
And it's like you ain't really. It just don't make sense.
Got you.
It just don't make sense.
And there's a lot of questions, honey. But it seems like, once we pass and our spirit guides, like that damn girl on TikTok, they know like the questions to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you when we get off. When we get off here.
So this was the end of our podcast video. Since we in Alabama with our guests, we are very appreciative for them. We are very appreciative of them doing this podcast with us, and we hope y'all enjoy. We want y'all to check out our previous videos because we're gonna have more topics coming. But this is the end. We thank y'all for watching us time and time again, and we're gonna be saying bye.
Yeah, I know we out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank y'all also for all the love y'all been showing on our YouTube channel. We trying to get better with posting more often, but it's coming. We got content coming. And yeah, we out.